Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally here. The first official game of the official release of Age of Mythology Retold. We've had betas, we've had pre-release, but this is it, the very first one. And who better than one of the Age of Empires 2 legends himself? Gonna be duking it out here. It's GL the Viper, playing as Poseidon in the blue. His opponent in the red, playing as Isis. It's Craig. Craig Hack. This is Marsh. All right, guys, let's take a look here at what we have for these gods. We have Poseidon, the god of the sea. Focus, cavalry, and economy. Militia spawn from raised buildings. Cavalry, caravans, and myth units plus 0.4 speed. Stables and markets are 30% cheaper. Market exchange rates improved by 15%. A free hippocampus respawns at the first dock. We have the lure. We'll talk about that in a second. Hippocampus, which is his free scout. Militia appear when Poseidon's buildings are destroyed. And the Lord of Horses. That's one of the things that makes Poseidon who he is, in my opinion here. Poseidon improves the line of sight of cavalry and scouts and causes them to regenerate HP, guys. So you can be running around with your cavalry, harassing, poking, and they can regenerate out of combat, or just in general, which is so good. And then, of course, we have Isis. My personal favorite Egyptian god, but Set's kind of like ruling the lands right now. Isis still amazing though. Isis, the goddess of magic and healing. Focus technology, town centers, citadel centers support +5 population. Upgrades are -10%. Alice costs -5 gold, and they're built 60% faster. Monument shields against enemy god powers 20 range, 40 when empowered. Empowered monuments also heal nearby units and generate favor 100% faster. Her first ability is the prosperity target anywhere to make all of your villagers and trade caravans gather gold faster. Her special upgrade is going to be the flood of the Nile. Isis ensures the continued fertility of your lands, granting a steady trickle of food. Man, it's honestly, it's so surreal. Like, you have to understand, for me, I was a little kid begging my older brother to get off the computer just so I could have a chance to play this game when it originally came out. And for us to be here right now today, this, God, this is something. Truth be told, even when I was little, when I wanted to play, I just loved watching the game being played. I'd watch him play the game and be, excited for my own chance and jumping on, playing rank, getting destroyed. I'd go and play some scenarios. I'd watch my brother play the campaign. It's just, I don't know. It's funny because I've been playing the beta, watching the pre-release, playing the pre-release, but today feels different. It's hard to put into words. It really is. Today is a special day. All right, we have the first relic is going to be the Ship of Fingernails, provides a small trickle of food. We have one down here. We have the Demeter's Throne. Drop sites, ox carts, houses, and manors cost less and are built faster. And we have the Titan's Treasure, reduces the cost of advancing to the next age and researching the secrets of the Titans by 10%. We have the Adamantine Shingles, increases house hit points by 200%. And the Black Lotus Villagers farm faster by 10%. All right. Your older brother doesn't let you play to comparison work. He says I always beat him. You have to understand, I was a very tiny person when this game was originally released. So it was, man, I was still developing my brain. By the way, what civ do I pick? I used to pick Isis. Today I've been picking, since this release was Retold, I've been more into Kronos and Gaia. I want to talk about lure really quick. For those that played the game back in the day, that the lure is a structure you can place in as Poseidon, and when you drop it in, a bunch of animals will get lured to it. The difference here for Age of Mythology Retold is it now counts as a drop-off point. So you technically don't have to build a granary. You can actually just place this and gather food around it if you want to. Did I play the Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth games? Yep, I played those on Xbox. I was rank 3. My name was Pepsi on there. All right, first relic will be coming in there for Theseus. Oh, I got a message. I have to check that here in a second. Also, is there no way to is there no follow cam in this game to make a camera follow a unit? Because that'd be great. The one thing I'm noticing is there's no button, like I think in H4, right? I don't know if H2 has it. I know in H4 when you're casting or watching a replay, you can actually look through the eyes of one of your one of the players, and then like have your screen locked to the middle and just like kind of follow one of their units. Be a really cool concept for this game to have. I'm not sure if the engine for this game supports it, but that'd be really, really cool for sure. All right, so we have the Centaur out right now from the Viper. He's got a few of these out, by the way. Another change to the game from the original. Their special ability is a little different. In this one, they have a volley of arrows where they shoot an arrow into the sky, and it comes down in a volley of them. Is you ready to cluster the buildings? Well, in this game in particular, I mean, what you normally want to do is actually take your structures and houses and whatnot and try to like put them around your towers. If you're not going to go for walls, obviously, right? I noticed that I do see a lot less walls in particular in Age of Mythology. But from the beta till now, we're starting to see them a little more. Notice how in like Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 4, you kind of like usually wall around your main base and whatnot. In this game, walls are used a lot more aggressively a lot of the time. You place them out further on the map. You try to lock down certain locations. And, you know, it helps you get your resources a little faster. Like right here, we've got the gold. Obviously, the watchtower protecting that. We got a little hole right here. But, you know, the watchtower is protecting it. And again, in this game, at least right now, the villagers, they're a different breed. If you think villagers are strong in the other Age games, you have no idea. The villagers in this game are built different. They're actually weaker than the original Age of Mythology, but they are still exceedingly strong. Man, Viper is absolutely dominating right now. I do want to say both players at the moment on 2 TCs. One TC getting empowered by that Pharaoh, making it build a little bit faster. The aggressive wall up here, what that allows them to do is actually get this food and whatnot in this area. And if the a scout or a raiding party comes down this side, you have time. Even if they destroy the wall, you still have time to get your villagers away. Do I have any plans to put casted or modded content on YouTube? I have plans to put everything on YouTube. I mean, whatever I can grab for content, I plan on doing it. Mods, scenarios, skin packs, whatever, right? I mean, I plan on doing as much as humanly possible. And that's that rain of arrows we talked about. By the way, sometimes I will call that like rain of fire or something. So if I say that, that's what you guys know what I'm talking about. Priests and pharaohs do exceedingly well versus all myth units, guys. So keep your myth units away from priests and pharaohs, as well as any hero type units in the game. Your myth units, while they are exceedingly powerful in almost every single situation in the game, the one thing that they do not do well against is heroes. Check them out off stream. I mean, I'll check them out on stream if you want. If you put them on my Discord, I'll definitely give them a look. Let people see them. Always willing to support the community in any way I can. Yeah, right now, guys, we're seeing a pretty passive game. Viper tried to get aggressive there with the Centaurs, was kind of unable to do that. Now he's actually going more into Hippus, which is like the main cavalry unit early on for the Greek. And as you guys saw earlier when I was explaining to you guys the Poseidon bonuses, I mean, he's really, really good with cavalry overall. We are in the third age, the heroic age now for Craig. He's now starting to build these chariot archers, one of my favorite units in the game, favorite standard units. They're basically like really fast archers, guys. Let's put it that way. They're really, really fast archers. So we got the Atalanta hero coming in here. Don't really want to use that in fight by itself. Again, unless you're going to pick off myth units, try to keep your heroes out of the dog fights there. Heroic age about to be coming in for the Viper. I'm excited to see what happens here once this next age up happens. Because again, guys, one thing I do want to iterate about Age of Mythology Retold, while this is important of every single age game, I do personally think, and I think some people will agree, that gold in Age of Mythology is it's more important than, I wouldn't say way, but it is more important than in any other age game. So securing the map, taking these gold piles, trying to early, and securing them is super important. Obviously, trade can happen later, which is great, but still getting that gold is better. Whenever I make a free-for-all game, can you play? Anyone can play. Whoever jumps in first, basically, will be able to, we'll get to play. So make sure that you got that bell icon hit for Twitch. That way you get notified when I go live first, and you can jump in. Maybe I'll do a post in Discord first. That way people can get a chance to jump in or get ready. But of course, even if like you don't get in, I mean, what we'll do is we'll just start swapping out people. If more people want to play in those free-for-alls or scenarios or whatever we're doing, we can always just, take turns and all that. We're civilized. We're civilized. A little bit. There's no reason we can't be civilized. Hydra indeed. There he is. The boy. The dinosaur. All right, we got a raid coming in on the bottom right here, finally from Craig coming in, looking for some villager kills. In the upper left, we've got 5 Hippus and 3 Centaur looking for some villager kills. They do jump into the stronghold for now. It looks like a few villagers did die. And Craig is going to be backing off on the left-hand side. We got a really interesting wall placement. I'm not sure what that's about there. And Viper's going to start pushing forward yet again, looking for some great pickoffs, which he did just get. Great micro there from the Viper. I expect nothing less. And continue to go for the Centaur. By the way, he did get the upgrade for them. Now, let's take a look at that really quick. The upgrade was... Where is it? Does it not show the upgrade? Usually when you hit this button, it shows the specific upgrade that it got. Is it right here? Oh, it's right here, right? Hermes upgraded Centaur to Centaur poles, which have more hit points and range. He's putting walls all over the place. Look at this. Well, guys, we were just talking about walls and how I rarely see them, and now I see them everywhere. Again, big important thing here. While these myth units are so strong, you have got to take out your opponent's heroes / priests in the beginning of that fight to make your myth units last longer. Atalanta in the back here, pretty damaged. Oh, and we got a Hydra coming in, hitting the gold line. And that's not good because every single time this Hydra fights, it's going to grow more and more heads, accelerating to 5. And once it does hit 5, it's got some of the best DPS in the game. It might be like the strongest DPS, at least not non-Titan DPS in the game. I don't know. Maybe someone can correct me on that, but it's definitely got to be up there. Got a raid coming in down in the bottom left by Craig. Gonna be going after villager. 65 villagers to 66, so still pretty equal overall, but Craig definitely getting a leg up right there. Greener Wolves in a group have better DPS. But that requires more than one. The 2 damage each. What does a Hydra get with 5 heads? I think a Hydra with 5 heads is still more. Is it not? Like 1 Hydra against the 1 wolf? Well, that's not a fair comparison. That's like saying, what about a pack of 5-headed Hydras? Don't get me wrong, the Fenrir pack is amazing. All right, guys, here we go. Viper gonna be moving in towards that top right TC, looking for some more villager kills, which he does get. getting some infrastructure kills as well. There are no heroes here, no priests, so that Hydra is having a feeding frenzy. That third head is definitely going to be growing soon. Yep, there it is, third head. Look at the damage, guys. Oh my God. We got some pigs down there. He is getting chased off. Want to keep an eye on up here. All right, there's the priest. He's got to go after that priest. The Hippists are going for it. The Hydra, as strong as it is, it cannot fight these priests and pharaohs. What I would love to see is him actually pull it back. Guys, he actually has the upgrade. The Hydra, I think it has the upgrade because it's actually regenerating HP, but it is still going to go down, and the four-headed Hydra gets taken down by the priests. Got to keep those centaurs away as well. Remember, guys, priests extremely potent at taking down Mythians. We got another Hydra in the bottom left here. Viper kind of has things all over the place. Love to see it. And it looks like the attack in the back has been thwarted, but not before Viper going up 79 villagers to 61. An Amygdala Stronghold trying to go up here. He did not complete it. Needs some more villagers down here, but it looks like we got Viper coming in to finish this off. Going to take down that Amygdala Stronghold before it could ever reach its full outcome there. And now moving on to that third TC. Viper secured on his own third TC, so taking this down will put him up one TC here, so 3-2. Chariot Archers starting to come in. No upgrades on those. No heavy Chariot Archers or anything like that thus far. And here we go, Ancestors being put in with the Eclipse. And for those that don't know, it's one of the best combos in the game. The best combos of leader power, or god powers coming in here, going after these villagers. Having to survive 50 seconds of this onslaught could be detrimental. And again, as good as the Hydra is, you've got to keep those priests off of it. Town Center dropping in HP rapidly, about to half right there. Another Hydra on the way in. I'm not gonna lie, I love the Hydra spam right now out of the Viper. On the right-hand side, continuing to lose quite a few villagers here to the minions. It's got to be careful. Minions still 15 seconds on him right now. One Hydra does go down. The priest starting to move in here, going after these myth units. It looks like the Centaur poles, the upgraded version, can actually tank quite a few shots from the priest, which is kind of surprising. In the bottom right here, we do have some of those Hippists getting rid of the rest of those Ancestors, and it looks like that third TC will fall to the Hydra. Oh man. Viper trying to go for a win here. TC does go down 90 villagers to 72. Craig in some serious trouble. As great as these Chariot Archers are, he needs upgrades for them. And the Centaurs are just straight up beating him. Heavy Hippists, absolutely. These are fantastic for going around sniping those priests and the Pharaoh. And just like that, GL, the Viper, is victorious. Beautiful game there from the Viper. A little back and forth action throughout, but it looks like that one engagement around the 16-minute mark went really, really in far and in favor of the Viper. And then from there on, he kind of just solidified his hold on the game. Ladies and gentlemen watching on YouTube in the future, my name is Yodesla, and I'll see you guys next time.